Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at whatever the message is for our today's topic video for the 19th. We are starting out with the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands energy is, well, honestly, it's very good. It starts out with actually more of a harvest imagery here, but normally it's laying down, obstacles and difficulties. Hi, Em. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Chrissy, wonderful to see you. Oop, okay. We're going to keep these cards even though I didn't shuffle so much as like my thumb slid across them and like swiped them off of the deck. But Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords, the Lovers, the Three of Swords. So what somebody is laying down is the hurt and the pain, the sadness, the memories of kind of everything that didn't go right. I don't know if they got lied to. I don't know if somebody was an unfaithful lover, if somebody, they found out then that person went and married somebody else. However this played out, there was definitely lies. There was definitely heartbreak. And I kind of think this is a character saying, you know what? It's time I let this go, though, for me. That's crazy to have my thumb swipe across and move all those cards just poof. So I'm thinking that I'm getting this idea of somebody who's like swiping it out of their mind or something. Ace of Cups are going to love themselves more. Starting on the 19th, they're done thinking about the things that have been taken away from them, and they're ready to start saying, then let me start giving myself some things back. Let me start filling up my own cup. Why would I, think about, the unfaithful lover who went off and is living there happily ever after with someone else? Especially if I felt like I was betrayed or I felt like, somebody stole that person from me. That could have been, particularly devastating, right? And we have her kind of smirking here. So I do feel with the Seven of Swords, we may have, like, this could be a very, I don't know, one of those femme fatales who likes to think that she wins by, wrecking other relationships or, pulling somebody toward her. You know what? The only thing I would always say is if somebody can be peeled away by the woman in pink, let the woman in pink have them. Who the hell cares? They ain't yours anyway, because there's not who wants somebody that fickle, or maybe they're really in love with her and they're meant to be with her, in which case go on and live your best life with someone other than me. That, I don't know. To me, it's like if you can be peeled away that easy, go for it. And on the other hand, if this is just somebody who plays games and likes to pull apart relationships, then the joke's going to be on them, because the person they just jilted you for is somebody who's probably going to do that again and again and again, because they get off on that. So I would just say definitely good riddance. And I think this is where a character is at. It doesn't mean that they don't still feel some pain, but it does mean that front and center, they're going to start thinking about filling their own cup and not thinking back on that painful, betrayal that they endured. In this storyline, there was a painful betrayal, and we can't escape that. The cards are there. We have a 10 of Cups upright. We have a Queen of Cups upright. I almost feel like somebody is turning their attention to their own love story, and they're actually starting to envision what they would like for themselves. And they're picturing, I don't know, they could be watching some of their favorite romance movies or something. And it's like, oh my God, this is so sweet. This is so awesome. This is, such a, like, it's uplifting to picture, the different avenues that my life could go down. Maybe I have a favorite character from a movie or something that I like to, rewatch. And it's like, you know what, that's the kind of love story I'd like to have. Let me forget right now about a really bad betrayal, and let me start thinking again about romance as something that's fulfilling instead of romance and love as something that's painful. Of course it can be painful. Of course not everybody that we fall for is, going to be consistent or faithful or worthy of our love. But love is still a beautiful thing. And I just feel like this is a character who's remembering to like lean toward what love is supposed to be, which could be fulfilling and lovely, instead of getting bitter and disenchanted by it. I think that's super important for our characters. So if they're watching some good romance movies, awesome. That's, put your mindset into something more beautiful. That's awesome. The Star, the High Priestess, Yeah, I definitely feel like we have a character who is, I know this is a star card, but it obviously we have magician on it. So sometimes I like blur the two together. Um, but normally this would be Aquarius for the star. This is somebody who's, sending a wish upon the star, but simultaneously saying, I'm going to manifest the kind of partnership that I want to have. So this is somebody in a much more positive mindset on the 19th. They are truly like sitting down and saying, I'm not going to keep remembering the person who broke my heart, the person who cheated or chose somebody else, and now they're married now and living their best life. Good for them. Good on them. You go do what you need to do. Glad that worked out for you too. In the meantime, I'm really starting to, think and manifest, what is it that I would like? What kind of love story do I want to have? Because now our character is getting excited again about the concept of love. The fact that this person is, they're either a high priestess or they're a star. I would say they're really good at listening to what their true wishes are and gravitating toward those things. But there's a powerful, like subconscious and intuitive energy to them. We have this Nine of Wands. I kind of sense that this character is aware that there's somebody else, maybe somebody that they already have in their periphery of their life who maybe has had similar wounds, or somebody that they're aware that there's another person out there, Six of Swords, that has had similar losses, has been played a fool before also. And I think deep down they're like, I want somebody who's actually been through the rough side of love, or maybe we shouldn't even call it love, but has been through the other side of things when you think you love somebody and then you got to move on and let it go, and it leaves you with some scars. Because it's almost like she's saying, I would rather meet somebody who's been through it also, because they're probably less likely to be callous or careless with someone's heart when they know what it feels like to have it done to them. I'm not saying she's like, I want somebody who's been, devastated. I just think that there's somebody already around her that she knows who has gone through something like this. I think it's like, that person is maybe on my radar, or they're popping up in the back of my mind, or I'm recognizing some symbols of somebody who's gone through something similar. Eight of Cups. It's Allie online. Hi, sweetheart. Welcome. Welcome, babe. Lovely to have you. And just know, you can access all the memberships videos now. Those all, we add to it every Monday, just so you know. And in every Monday members video, I always kind of explain what we do in the members corner. So, but welcome, sweetie. This Eight of Cups is not only somebody like walking away, but in this case, it's like two single people walking into an event solo. And she's like, I'm going to go talk to that person, because I think that they're going to be showing up at the Christmas party, without a +1 also, or they're going to be showing up at the friends Thanksgiving solo also. And maybe I really want to go talk to them, because I know they've been through something very similar to what I've been through. That could be really nice to have, like, not like, hey, let's trauma bond, but instead to say, when I think about what kind of love story I want to have, I want somebody who's understanding and who has a depth of emotion and who knows how to handle hearts. And I kind of think she knows that there's somebody that she's already encountered that has been through their own painful experience. And I think she's making a subconscious beeline to them. And I think it's going to play out in real time. I don't know if she meets up with them like on the 19th. Maybe there's, I don't know, somebody brings in something to the office and, it's like they're all standing around and she's going to make a point of going over and talking to them. She's going to have to, because he's not coming toward her. With that Knight of Cups in the reverse, this hurt or pain could still be a little bit more fresh for them, because they are still the Nine of Wands, whereas the storyline began with her saying, on the 19th, I am done. I'm done remembering hurt and pain that I've been through. I want to start focusing on love, self-love, filling my cup, being happy. I could see why she knows I'm going to make a move in this person's direction, because I know they've been through some tough stuff too. 10 of Swords. And she might have a real gentle way of, finding out, are they still hurting pretty bad over whatever happened to them? Or Maybe she just wants to give them encouragement. It might feel like it sucks so bad still right now, but I can speak from experience. One day it gets better, and one day you're just done hurting over it, and that's the day you start to get happy again. She could give them that kind of gentle message, but she might also be trying to ascertain, like, where are they at? Are they still falling apart, or are they starting to have their pieces fall back together? It just kind of nice energy on this. We have King of Pentacles upright. I wonder if there's going to be a pleasant surprise. It could be that this person is a little bit more put together than she thinks. Look, a high priestess doesn't always read everything just right. Sometimes a high priestess senses that somebody's been through a hurt and pain, and that hurt and pain can still exist, but they're still extremely functional. And even if they may not have approached her, I don't know. This could be the boss or somebody also that she's wanting to connect to. Let me see. Who is this King of Pentacles? Is this that they're in a way better energy? The sun sideways. Maybe she has to approach him, and maybe it's because this would have been taboo any other way. This could be perfect. The fact that she's going to be approaching them because she knows a thing or two about heartbreak. But I actually think that they're in a way better place than what she thinks. But I definitely feel like they're delighted to have her approach them. Hang on, why were you not approaching her? Or would you have? She thinks you wouldn't have. Eight of Swords. They're like, I've thought about it, but I also held myself back from it. Okay. Is this a taboo situation? Is this like a boss? I can't help but think that with the King of Pentacles. Four of Cups. It could have been more like, I didn't know if she was healed, and I didn't want to impose. I didn't want to try to buy her a drink when she's like, then I'm going to feel compelled to have a conversation with you because you bought me a drink and I don't want to be rude. Or it's more like they didn't want to make a mistake with her. So you know what's hilarious? There's a bit of a plot twist in this. She's the one thinking, hey, I'm finally over some heartbreak. I'm feeling, wiser. I'm feeling more solid. And I'm realizing that I'm not the only one who's been through a lot of pain. And there's this really great, we'll say, guy, King of Pentacles. And I know he's been through a lot of hurt. And you know what? I think I should reach out to him, if only to reassure him that things get better, and maybe to sleuth out, how's he doing? Because he's kind of attractive, but I know he won't come toward me because he's been really brokenhearted. What she doesn't know, and here's a plot twist, is that he's actually been okay a lot longer, possibly than her, but has respectfully not approached her because she was the one that wasn't all healed. It's so interesting, isn't it, that we all see the world through the lens of the glasses that we're currently wearing. If we're still in pain, sometimes we can't deal with anybody. Then when we stop being in pain, but we're still very empathetic, we commiserate with other people's pain, and we assume that they're right where we are or have been, when in fact they could be light years, more healed than we are, and we didn't know it because we're still just very compassionate and empathetic because that's the current lenses that we're wearing. And I think that that's kind of sweet. It's a nice plot twist. It's kind of a gentle, sweet little thing. It's nice. And we have the Magician. I think these two are going to have a good time. I think that this could be, remember we saw her with that star card that had the Magician on it. And I was like, well, I kind of blend the two because it's like she's projecting what she'd like, the kind of partnership she'd like to have. And she wants one that's happier. We knew that. This is happier. I don't think she knew that it could happen that quickly, that she would approach somebody assuming they're still wounded, only to discover they've wanted to approach her for a while, but it was her who kind of held this at bay. She said she wanted to manifest something happy. Well, darling, that's it. You made the phone call and the universe was like, perfect. We'll be there in 10. This is immediate gratification, which we don't usually see. That's kind of awesome to see that things change when we're really genuinely ready for our life to change. And we did see that Wheel of Fortune sideways at the very beginning. And it was somebody who'd been on the hamster wheel. I wonder if friends had even been worried about her for a period of time, because it was like, oh my God, how long is she going to still hurt over this joker who, you know, didn't deserve her? Friends are always going to be like, oh, please, that person that cheated, that person that did whatever. Yeah, forget about them. They don't deserve to have any spot in your head, you know? I almost think that when we are ready, not because our friends are on our side and not because our friends are giving us great advice, but just when we're ready to make a change and we want something different, that's when we get those changes. 11D8. Oh my God. Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, 11D8. It's your day. Oh my God. 11D8, you do realize we're supposed to be gifting you today, baby, not the opposite. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Happy birthday, love. With this concept that when she changes her mindset, when she's ready for something different, that's when it's not even that she manifests it. It's more like she opens a doorway that was closed, that she was keeping closed. She was the one with the key to unlock it. And now that she does that, sure enough, things come flooding into her. Happiness comes flooding in. It's really lovely to see these changes. It's really lovely to see there's actually been a love story available to her. Is this going to be a good one, universe? Does she get a good one? Come on, let's give her a good one. We have King of Swords. Could be a truthful one. We saw him first as a King of Pentacles, now as a King of Swords. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles. He could be like night and day different from the person that she knew in the past. 2 of Swords. Oh my God, it's going to be like, I cannot even believe that I put up with somebody of my past. This, like, I feel like will occlude whatever she thought she lost in the past is going to be like, oh my God, can't believe I spent so much time thinking about the previous one. This is, when I said, is this going to be a good one, universe? It's like, it's the one who thoroughly blocks all of the feeling of loss that she experienced with that previous partner. It's like, that's it. Like a gigantic boulder has like stopped all flow of passageway of even thoughts of her ex. I think it's kind of going to be a memory wipe. That's really nice to see. I kind of think this all happens fast. I feel like the message for the 19th is first and foremost just her breaking that cycle or that pattern of being hurt. And it's that 10 of Wands that was our most important first card out. This is the day she doesn't hurt anymore, which is really nice to see that. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this here. In just a minute, I will add a little free link right there in the description box for a birthday for the 19th. But in the meantime, you guys, thanks again. Chrissy, Eskar, hi, babe. Anisha Chatu, G, Tina. Oh, I'm sorry you had a rough day, sweetheart. Sending you lots of soothing thoughts. Cher Dale, Jeannie Vale, Princess of Dragons, Maria, hi, babe. Bora Bora, NES. Love that. Christy Perusa, buongiorno, darling. Nelly, Italian Stallion, awesome to see you again tonight. And happy birthday, 11D8. I'm so pleased that we got a chance to celebrate you on the day. GSC1OP, hi, Ann. Tina. And again, welcome. It's Allie Online. Rania Kamal. RT. Thank you so much, 11D8. Bruce Reed. All right, you guys. Science Scamming. Thank you, Bruce. Lots of love. Enjoy your cake, 11D8, and party all day and all night. All right, you guys. Take care. Bye for right now.